Hello, this is a recording of how to draw the floor plan for the FCCLA 2023 Andrew Larson client. We will be drawing this bedroom with a 1/4 of an inch to 1 foot scale. We can see that the bedroom measures 10 feet 6 inches by 12 foot 10 inches. And we're given some additional measurements to guide us, such as that there is a 6 foot wide window, a 3 foot wide door, and the closet measures 2 feet deep by 6.5 inches, 6 foot 6 inches wide. Excuse me, I misspoke. Let's go ahead and get started. I am using graph paper that uses 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch grids. This will help me meet the requirements of the 1/4 inch equals 1 foot scale. Though you can use a ruler, I really like using these Helix architecture stencils because they have a number line along the edge that counts 1/4 inch graph paper. And within them, they also have tick marks to indicate additional measurements that will be helpful during this process. To start, I'm going to begin by measuring the 12 foot, 10 inch wall that is connected to the bathrooms. I like to line my stencil or ruler up against a blue line that intersects with another blue line so I have a clean start. I'm going to make a tick mark. A tick mark is just a pencil mark so I know where I'm going. I'm then going to use the number line along my stencil to locate where 12 feet would be, being mindful that my measurement is actually 12 foot 10 inches. The next line would be 12 foot 3 inches, then 12 foot 6 inches, and then 12 foot 9 inches. So I have some guidance, being mindful I need to be above the next blue line, because that would indicate 13 feet. And I'm going to firmly hold my stencil in place and draw in the wall. If you notice that your line gets too close to the blue, please do erase it or your measurements will not be accurate. I'm now going to do the same thing for my 10 foot 6 inch wall from left to right. This is an exterior wall, and that will come into play in just a moment. So 10 feet, 10 foot 3, 10 foot 6. There's my wall. And now I'm going to go ahead and box out the rest of my room. So I'm again going to do 12 foot 10. And you're welcome to draw along with me, or you can pause the video as you enter in your lines. We all draw at our own pace. We want to make sure that this bottom line is nice and clean and showing that we are not at 13 feet. We are, in fact, at 12 foot 10 feet. The next step in our drawing process is going to be to show that the exterior walls are 6 inches thick and the interior walls are 3 inches thick. To do so, I'm going to use my stencil to make several tick marks showing where the 6 inches would be. On this right side wall, it's going to be a little bit easier because it's going to end up on the clean blue line because my initial wall was 10.5 feet. And then I'm going to draw in my wall. I'll do the same thing along here. But for my interior walls, my tick marks will represent 3 inches, not 6 inches. I'm going to pause, draw in my outline, and come right back. All right, so now you can see that we have the thickness of our walls shown. The top wall is measuring 6 inches thick, And then the bottom and the left wall are measuring 3 inches thick. I got these measurements from what was provided by FCCLA. And now I'm ready to place in our window. Our window, we're given a measurement from the interior wall to the beginning of the window of being 2 foot 3 inches. So from the interior wall over, here is 1 foot, 2 foot, then I have my 3-inch line, and that's where the start of my window is. Whether you choose to then, just count over 6 feet or move it to 0 and then have 6 feet, we know that our window is 6 feet wide. Here we go, and then it should measure 2 foot 3 inches on the right hand side, and we can see that. Now our window is placed. Our next task is to place our door. Our door has a 3 foot wide opening, and we need to show the clearance of the door opening into the room. We also need to allow some room for casing that the door would have. Casing is the door frame. So we need to make sure that we're erasing some space here, about 3 foot 3 inches, so that we can show where the door opening would be. I'm going to pause while I'm erasing. Alright, so I've erased some space for where my door is going to open. I'm making sure that from the left interior wall, there's about 3 inches for the casing of the door frame. And I can then close that off. And I need a 3 foot opening for my door. So 1, 2, 3. So this is where my door is going to be. Double check it. That's an easy thing for the judges to catch. I'm a little bit. See, I make mistakes too. Okay, so I know I want my, there we go. And now I'm going to show 3 feet, a 3 foot door opening into the room. So from the inside wall, I'm going to measure 3 feet in. And I'm going to make that line pretty thick to show the thickness of my door. It's usually about 3 inches thick. And then we use dashed lines to show that the door swings in. All right. We only have 2 more tasks that we need to complete while we're here. We need to show our closet, and then you'll see that these lines are all darkened. So when you're done with your floor plan, you'll want to go in and shade in the thicknesses of your walls. I even like to use a very thin black marker. One of my favorite markers to use is actually the Sharpie permanent marker with an ultra fine point. So Sharpie, if you ever see this video, I'd love an endorsement. All right, our closet is 2 feet deep. So I'm going to go ahead and show the wall for the closet. And I am given measurements of 6 inches over. 6 inches over. Just a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to have 6 inches over from the right hand side as well. So while I have my ruler all lined up, here we go. Okay. And now I'm going to go ahead and show the thickness of the walls there. Now these doors are folding doors. So you can draw them in like that, or if you decide that you'd like the doors to be sliding doors, you would show them like that, so one door over the other. Or if you decided that you wanted French doors, you would show how the doors open. Your choice. Our client currently has folding doors. So I did like a 1 foot 3 inch panel and showed them bending. Like so. Okay. This is the start of your floor plan. Now you're ready to go in and shade your walls, like so. And that'll help highlight where the window is. I want to remind you that the client wants an exterior door, so you need to make a decision on if the exterior door will be along this wall, or you're going to change out the window and have it along this wall. I don't know. You make the decisions. And then decide how you're going to place the furniture in here to meet their needs. Good luck with your floor planning.